Hello and welcome. It's Saturday, the 17th of September. I am Flat Cap Callum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. All right, what have we got today? We have got review of yesterday. Anyone who was on yesterday will know we had an absolute cracker. We've had a teasy days, we had frustrating days. It's all suddenly forgotten about after a day like yesterday. So we'll get to the review in a minute, and then we'll go through today's bets. It's a monster day out there. I've been absolutely cutting and pasting and all sorts of things with my shortlist. It's a double stake day. I said I'd never go over double stakes. It was double stake. There's 7 bets. Definitely could have. It was a day where you could do more. Yes, 7 bets. It's 3 lucky 15s and 2 combination bets, and one is one of the kind of the big combination bets that I've been doing recently. So that's coming up, and then we will have a word on the golf. So yesterday we had 35 on, 564.14 back. So the best day for the channel from a profit point of view, second best individual bet, but best from a profitable point of view. And what I'm pretty sure about is anyone who followed with the same stakes would have got a better return, because Love Dreams, which was in one of the main bets, just before I did the upload for the video, I caught it on a short price, I think most people had that at a better price. So I'm pretty confident there won't be anyone who's probably even worse off than that if you've done the stake, if you bet to the same stake. So and it's remarkable what difference it makes. So if you've taken the prices on Bet365, for instance, not long after upload, you got basically nearly 75% more money back. So I'll kind of come on to that. So it does make huge difference. So what did we have here? This bet, Red Ball of Fire was rubbish, Summer Sands rubbish, Brown Monday rubbish, Katani rubbish, nothing there. So in the afternoon it was a really funny picture, because then we had this bet, Sabloni, that wasn't very good. Danzan went and won. It was back to 8-1. Halong Bay was 1 out of the places, and then Valley of Flowers won. So I thought, to be fair, in the afternoon, I was like, that's our luck, we're due, because there was multiple ways I could have done the air horses, and to hit 2 winners like that together, I was like, I'll take that. That feels like our luck's due, because actually in the big combination bet, we had Valley of Flowers and we had Danzan, and nothing else got there. So we had 2 winners, nothing else. And then even on bet 4 in the afternoon, we got nothing back on that one. So of 12 horses in the afternoon, we had no places, which is really rare. 12 horses, no places, but 2 winners in the same bet. And that was us slightly ahead for the day. And I thought, well, I'll take that. We've got it all to play for in the evening. And then in the evening we had Dundalk. Well Suited was a bit disappointing. Satin Snake was 1 out of the places, and then Cozone was very close, but was second. Dr. Patrick was placed, so it was a place double at Dundalk. So a little bit back there, but this was the bet that did it for us yesterday. Angel of Trafalgar ran well on debut. It was 5th, about a length and 3/4 away from placing. But the next 3 all went in nicely. So Smart Champion, I think that was 12s was the SP. Love Dreams SP'd at 11-1, so that would have made a big difference for Bog. Culture 14s. So in the morning, if you've got best price on that on Love Dreams at 11-1, and you took the morning price of Culture on Bet365, so Bet365 customers, the bet here returned for the channel 417. It was 700 and something, just for those slight adjustments of prices. And it's a really good illustration of just 1 point can make such a difference. That's 4-point difference on that one, 2-point difference on that one, and it was not far off actually doubling the return. It's massive when you start getting multiples in there. But yeah, absolutely delighted with that. Three winners in a row, all at the same meeting, all SP double figures. All kind of came from off the pace as well, which makes it a little bit exciting. Culture, I mean, yeah, I don't get excited that much when I watch the races in terms of shouting, but I was shouting a little bit there. If it's a channel bet, I just suddenly feel so much more invested, and I thought that horse got done. I don't know if some other people think it got done, because a few people have said well done on 2 lots of doubles, but that was a treble. That horse did win. It looked like it was going to get snagged, and it just kept going. But Hector Crouch had three rides last night at Kempton and 3 wins, and 2 of them were our horses. And a few things I wanted to flag as well, because that's the second time on the channel we've had 3 winners together, but last time there were smaller odds, and it was this funky thing where I was trying to be helpful and put a bet up the night before because I was doing a late video and not everybody was on. So hopefully anyone who's a regular viewer on the channel was on that last night. There is no discrepancy. It was 3 lovely winners, all at double figures if you've got SP, which was great. But I've talked a lot on this channel about ages of horse and ageism. People favour young horses, and they are anti-older horses from a betting market point of view. That horse was the oldest horse in the race. That horse was the oldest horse in the race, and that was the joint second oldest horse in the race. Mostly running against horses that were 3 and 4 years old. I'm not saying only go for older horses, but it is a real trend. If you look for older horses are overlooked because people look at young horses as progressive and older horses as declining. But in the right circumstances, you can find them. So yeah, I'm just made up for that. I'm made up for the fact that most people will have done better off than the channel stats. And yeah, some of the messages and stuff last night, I clearly understand that a win like that for some people, particularly if you've doubled my stake or whatever and you've done it as a £12 bet, that makes a massive financial difference to people, particularly in the current climate. And this channel's not about making loads of money, but we will have days like that, and that's our second big one like that. It's not what I would call Bahamas Day, so we need to have multiple thousands for if I was going to call it Bahamas Day. But it's the second day where we've had over 500 return. And I don't know if we'll have another one this year. If I carry on doing these videos for a long time, there'll be more like that. But I don't know when the next one's going to come. So if you've done well out of it, then use the money for whatever you need in life. Do not reinvest it today in loads of other stuff. Keep the stakes the same. Yesterday I bet 35 on the channel. Today it's 40. That's just £5 extra. But staking wise, you'll see in the history of this channel, I do not adjust the staking. It is generally the same. On average, it's a 20p each way, lucky 15. That's what we're doing on the channel. We're keeping it consistent. As soon as you go off the pattern like that, that's when you kind of lose a little bit of control. And it's really easy after yesterday to people to go gung-ho, well, I've got a few extra quid in my account, I'll go chuck it out, whatever. Just the way that you'll make the most money long term is just be steady and go, right, we've had a good day, we're just going to put the same on again today. People will go, oh, Callum's in good form this week or whatever it might be. I got lucky in the afternoon, 12 horses, 2 wins, no places, just in the same bet. That was fine. Kempton, that was a lovely bet to do, and those 3 were going in that bet together all day long. And there's not really anything I would have put in there instead of them, and there's nothing I would have put in addition with them. So the horse I got turned over, it was a great bet, and those come along every now and again. But will it be today? I don't know. Statistically, there's such a small, minute chance of repeating that with another big win today. We're going big on the channel. Whatever we do today, even if we make a win, it will feel like a massive anticlimax because we won so much yesterday. And I've said that up before when we won big. So just be careful about whatever happens tonight. Unless we happen to win more, which is so unlikely, then you're going to feel a bit flat tonight because it's just going to feel like, oh, we haven't done much. So even if we actually win £100, it won't feel very exciting anymore. So yeah, just bear that in mind. Okay. Excellent statistics on the channel, looking great now. Horse racing stats are in a ridiculous place of 31% profit. So if you bet all the bets since the start of the channel, bet them through Sky Bet, noting there's days where Sky Bet is definitely advantageous. Yesterday, it was a big win. It was much more advantageous to actually put them on with a bookie paying bog. So actually, that's what, like an extra £300 you would have got if you'd done it the same way. So that makes up for a lot of the extra bonuses that you would have got lost out on through not being through Sky Bet. So 31%. That isn't where we're going to end up, I'm sure. But after a big win, the stats on the channel are looking super healthy. Right, that's my long intro. Hopefully you'll appreciate why I've done that. And the other thing I was going to say as well, thank you to everybody who's donated to the Just Giving page I'm doing the London Marathon, and set it up for the Injured Jockeys Fund, and there's over £200 in there. I mean, I think that feels like karma, to be honest. Like, I've set up a charity page and I've had a good day, and therefore that's allowed more people to donate. So that feels really nice. So yeah, well over £200. So if you've done well and you're feeling like you could spare a couple of quid, whether you put your name on it anonymously, I don't mind. It's up to you. It's all going for a good cause. And yeah, to be honest, the more in there, the more I genuinely am going to feel responsible when I'm running the marathon, to feel like I want to get this done because people have donated for it. So the link to that is in the description of the video. So have a look on there if you want to do that. Right, today's bets. Let's get going. So I've cut out a bunch of chaff. Hopefully I've got wheat left, but it's 40 quid. We could end the day minus £40 very, very easily. Nothing single figures today. Everything I've got is double figures. And I've got 14 races covered. So starting here, Ayr. So this is the first of 2 lucky 15s at Ayr. 120 Dutch Decoy 16s, 230, that's the Silver Cup Bernardo O'Reilly 25s, 340, that's the Gold Cup Admiral D 25s, 520 Fairmac 12s, 20p each way lucky 15. Flag on this one, Sky are best, but if you haven't got Sky, for this one, William Hill are best, because they've got the same place terms on this one and no one else has. So yeah, although you won't get Bog, William Hill are second best for bet 1. So if you've got no Sky, William Hill it. So that is bet 1. Then bet 2. This is my combination doubles across the cups. I don't know how many years I've done these things. Like yeah, the gold and silver cup. Trying to nail the winners. I honestly don't remember if I've ever done it specifically on the gold and silver cups. But it's one of the first races I remember that the Air Gold Cup and the Air Silver Cup. I don't know what it was. I like the idea there was a gold and silver and a bronze cup. And yeah, and people will talk a lot about draw bias in these. Right, for the Air ones, I want to be on the best horse. Last year, everybody was talking about low. You want to be on the low numbers. And Bielsa came and did a solo job and nailed everybody. I wasn't on it. And came and ran on its own. I've generally gone lower numbers, and I want to flag that. I haven't specifically looked for lower numbers on the draw, but I found the horses I liked the best at the prices were lower draw numbers. So some races, I think there are draw biases. Some are widely known and some are less known, and you can use it to your advantage. I think you want to be on the best horses for the Air ones. We'll see how it pans out today, but yeah, 230 then. So we've got Bernardo O'Reilly, Azad Jumeirah and Aplomb, going on to Admiral D, Alice Dancer and Motogali. 9 times 20p each way doubles. That's 360 your bet. So it's all combinations of doubles. Shove them all in the bet slip. It'll come up with 9 doubles, or you can write it out like that. Best with Sky, because Sky are 7 on the gold and silver cups. Most other bookies are 6. If you get in 6, make sure it's a Bog bookie. All right, second lucky 15, smaller staked. Best with Sky, second best 365, and that'll be the case for most of the rest of the bets, apart from one. So 230 as a Jumeirah 14s, 340 Alice Dancer 14s, 445 Geometra Ginty 22s, 520 Glasses Up 14s. 16p, so some are 20s today, some are 16s, 16p each way, lucky 15, that's 480 your bet. That is bet 3. Bet 4 is the complicated one. So this is the combination bet that's sort of becoming quite familiar now to some of you who have been doing this for a while. Sky best, 365 next best, and it's the standard combination that I tend to go to on the channel. So 4 races. We're covering them all fourfolds, very small stake. We're covering the last 3 legs treble and then the best 2 double. So I've only got the silver cup in this combination, but I've left the gold cup out of it because I think it's the most open, and I didn't want to put them both in this combination. So I've got 230 Bernardo O'Reilly and Azad Jumeirah, 325 Newbury, 1 for the gutter and Pistoletto, 510 Newbury, Mixed Dream, Rainbow Fire, 520 Air, Fairmac Glasses Up. So it is 16 times 10p each way fourfold. So all 8, that's your fourfolds. Then if you're online, you reuse the bet slip. So you reuse the selections, delete those 2. That leaves you with 6 selections and it's 8 times 15p each way trebles on those 6. And then you reuse selections, delete those 2, and the doubles on for today, the best 2 I think for this were the 325 Newbury and the 520. They're not the most obvious racers because there's other racers paying extra places. I'm not always focusing on extra places. I'm focusing on the value of the horse and number of runners versus place terms, that kind of stuff. It works out differently. So we've got 1 for the Pistoletto going on to fair mat glasses up for the doubles. That's bet 4. That's the complicated one. Bet 5, this is my Irish one, and this is 365 or Paddy. Same place terms as Sky, but if you've got the option, you'll get best price guaranteed from 365 or Paddy, all paying 5 places. That's what Sky are paying, but Bog would be helpful. So 320 Gowran Park, Swiss Army Officer 33s, 345 Navan, Verve 25s, 430 Gowran Park, Sheer Chance 16s, 530 Navan, Steps March 16s. 20p each way lucky 15, and then an additional 40p each way double on the bottom 2. And obviously yesterday I didn't do that actually when we went through the review on the big bet yesterday where we hit the treble. There was an additional double on 2 out of those 3. So I think it's the 3rd time we've hit a nice one like that that's paid a decent amount. So yesterday's double on its own was 100. So it's you know, more of these lose, clearly they do, but I think we've had about 3, maybe 4 of those on the channel that have really helped turn a nice profit. So that is that. Then bet 6, this is a bit of a around the houses. 325 Newbury Pistoletto, 340 Air Motogali, 440 Catterick Josie Bond, 510 Newbury Rainbow Fire, 16p each way lucky 15, 480 bet. That is that one, so that's a smaller stake one. And then finishing off, there is no 2 flag, no Wolverhampton, so I've not done any evening extra little bets. Compared to the daytime, I wasn't going near Wolverhampton. I had looked through, nothing stand out. So we're finishing off here. So we are finishing up by about R5 today, so no evening bets to get excited with, I'm afraid. 325 Newbury, 1 for the gutter. 351 Newmarket, call my bluff at 12s. 501 Newmarket, River Derwent. Interesting race that. It's a really good field and it's really good value in that race. But because it's amateur jockeys, it puts an additional variable that's really hard to make decisions on. So I didn't want to go big on that race, although it is a good race for value. And then 510 Newbury Mixed Dream 10s. It's 20p each way lucky 15. And the additional double on the 2 Newmarket. So Newmarket, the 2 middle legs, Call My Bluff and River Derwent, 40p each way double. That is bet 7. All right, that is there. That was a bit of a marathon, and obviously I rambled on a little bit. Golf very quickly. Callum and Reeve, first 2 legs of the lucky 15. I've missed the cuts there out. The next 2 though, Steve Fletch and Matthew Wolf, both in contention, so we'll see how they get on today. So we've got the lucky 15 alive for 2 legs on there, and then the side bet, Gregory Harvey, top Frenchman in the Italian Open. He isn't too far off. Say that he's just hit a double bogey. He needs to improve. So we're down to those 2 legs. All right. That is me for the day. I'll be back tomorrow, much quieter compared to the last 3 days tomorrow. So there will be a video tomorrow and there will be some bets, much quieter. So I can't believe will be anything max normal stake, I should think, but I haven't really gone through it in detail. And then then I'll go through a few updates tomorrow about kind of the next few weeks of the channel, because I'm going to take some time away, and then when I come back the schedule's going to look a little bit different. So I'm going to go through all that tomorrow. All right. Thank you very much. And again, thank you. I just finish off by all of the amazing comments. It's so lovely to hear like just how well people have done. I know we lose most days. We are trying to make long-term profit and have fun. And I feel like I'm achieving what I'm setting out to do on this channel. It's all deliberately casual, chilled, understated, no music, no whistles, whatever. I don't want to. I want to try and help people, but I'm not trying to stand out and bang a drum about something. Neither am I trying to sell anything. It's up to you what you do with them. I feel like I'm demonstrating what I'm doing. I know I'm using the Skybet account for the channel, which gives me an advantage, but I'm trying to demonstrate the advantage it gives you when you set that up. You can win on my bets long term without a Sky Bet account, but Sky Bet is the way to maximise it. But clearly yesterday, getting a bog bookie, that really was much better on the day yesterday. So yeah, thanks for everybody who likes. Not everyone likes. A couple of people disliked yesterday's video. I mean, you can't help some people. It is what it is. It's just everybody's different. But yeah, thank you everyone who likes and comments and stuff. It means a lot. And I'm just delighted that for anyone who was on yesterday, who means they're going to have a nice weekend. All right, see you in the morning. Thank you very much. Bye bye.